Hello, I'm Kari Samuels, your intuitive counselor and happiness coach with your October forecast. And this month is all about love. Now, the thing is that this month's love is not the kind of love that's about like unicorns and rainbows and butterflies. It's more about love lessons. The big news is that Venus is in retrograde from October 5th through November 16th. And when a planet is in retrograde, you're really learning the lessons, you're reassessing and reevaluating everything that planet's energy is about. And Venus is about love, beauty, money, and attraction. So all month you're going to be reviewing, reassessing all the elements in your life that have to do with love, beauty, money, and attraction. Now, Venus really is about your self-worth and self-esteem. So any areas in your life where you really need to bolster and enhance your self-worth and your self-love and your self-esteem are going to be reflected to you in your relationships. So if you have any areas in your life where you're feeling devalued, not respected, somehow put upon, this is a gift from the universe. It's reflecting back to you whatever is happening in your relationships where you need to increase your self-respect, self-worth, how you value yourself. So what you're seeing in your relationships is a mirror for what is going on inside of you. And so retrograde planets tend to bring the focus very much on the inside to help you reevaluate, to heal, to reassess, to look at things in a different light. They work on your subconscious. So this retrograde for this month is going to be in the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio is very deep. It really connects you with the deepest emotions and those parts of you that have been repressed or suppressed or buried, those parts of you that you haven't acknowledged. And Scorpio's energy is meant to heal you. Venus isn't incredibly comfortable in Scorpio, so it's may be a little uncomfortable, but that's what happens when the world is reflecting back to you the things that you need to heal. Yet it's very amazing energy to connect you with those deepest parts of yourself, the deepest parts of your soul's longing, the deepest parts of you that can love yourself more fully and more completely so that you can be in relationships with yourself and the world more completely. And because it also is about money, your self-worth will also enhance your net worth once you really build yourself up from the inside. So these retrogrades are really an inside job. Now, Venus goes retrograde once every 18 months for about 6 weeks. And when it happens, it's really significant. It's a personal planet. You're going to feel this very personally. This is going to affect your personal life. You're going to be seeing this reflected in your personal life. As with every retrograde, there are so many gifts that come along with this. Because retrogrades, there's always challenges because we're not used to planets moving backwards, energy coming back at us. Yet there's gifts in it because you can, if you have relationships that need more attention, that need mending, that need to be rekindled, you can rekindle your love for your partners, your friends, your loved ones, and even yourself. So it's a wonderful time to reconnect with your relationships, reconnect with your loves and your passions. There's some do's and don'ts to Venus retrograde as well. Whenever this transit happens, it's almost like you're not seeing things clearly. The reason we're not supposed to do major things during retrograde is because after it's over, you look at things in a different light, because during this time, things are really being moved around and reassessed. So anything dealing with love, relationships, money, and beauty, this isn't the best time to make big investments in those. So remember, this is on until November 16th. And then we actually have a shadow period for 1 month after that. We've had a shadow period for 1 month before, so you've probably been seeing some of these themes coming up. So during Venus retrograde, which is until November 16th, not a good time to make big investments in money, or necessarily in love, so with new things, new people. So it's not a good time to say buy a house or buy a luxury item. With beauty as well, it's not a good time to make big changes. It's not a great aspect for cosmetic surgery that's permanent. Don't get a tattoo of a sea pirate, because you may look back and go, what was I thinking? Don't cut your hair off and make it fuchsia. You may go, not a good idea. So it's one of those things where after it's over, you look back and go, wow, what was I thinking? So just be really mindful and very careful as you're investing love, beauty, and money. Things to remember. So relationships are really highlighted all month long, not just because of the Venus retrograde. Venus rules this month. We have our sun in Libra until the 23rd. Now Libra is ruled by Venus. So again, that theme is in the air, and Libra is about balancing relationships and finding your balance within relationships. Now after the 23rd, the sun goes into Scorpio. Scorpio is all about deepening relationships. So if you remember, Venus is in Scorpio this month, and we actually have a lot of planets in Scorpio this month. So this healing, this transformation, this deep going within, this connection to the deepest parts of yourself that you've often overlooked, really happening this month. You might be thinking, are you kidding me? We've been having retrogrades all year. I'm so tired of doing this inner work. But that's what this year is about. Don't say I didn't tell you so in the New Year video. That is what this master number year is about. It's very much about going within and really bringing up these parts of yourself that are very soulful and very connected to your higher purpose. So that's what we're doing now with love and relationships and every way that you invest in your time and energy and resources. So we also have both lunations this month are ruled by Venus, and our numerology for October 2018 is a 12 universal month. Now 12 is a number of surrender. It's a number of letting go and letting your higher self guide you. So it's not a time to push. So again, there's not a lot of this pushing forward, making big changes or big investments. Again, it's about going within. It's a time of surrender. It's a time of really looking at your life from a spiritual perspective. Now 12 reduces to 3 in numerology, and 3 is all about connecting to your heart and speaking your truth. It's about really getting in touch with your emotions as well, and those deepest parts of you, so they can be expressed. So I have 3 areas of guidance that will help you through this month so that you can really make the most of this energy. Now the first thing is to take things spiritually and not personally. So things are going to happen. Retrograde energy is trickster energy. Even if it's not Mercury, it's still about reversals, right? So things are going to come up, and there's going to be a part of you that goes, why me? Why am I dealing with this? Well, that's a good thing. You really want to ask that. It's not about you doing something wrong. It's not about you not doing enough work. Everything's a message from the universe. And sometimes when kind of off things happen, you can ask yourself, how is this protecting me from something worse happening later on? How is this frustration that's happening in my life helping me take a better path? So really keep that in mind as some relationships have some funky issues, or some things, some of your investments look like they're not materializing the way that you'd like. Take a look and really ask what the universe is showing you, and it's here to protect you. So remember that. Now the second thing is to speak from your heart, even if it's scary for you. And actually, especially if it's scary for you, especially with this 12 energy that we have right now, that energy really teaches you to share even when it's scary, to share what's inside of you even when you're afraid of the outcome. So most likely this Venus retrograde is in the Scorpio especially is going to bring up areas that you have buried and overlooked, conversations that needed to happen a long, long time ago. This is the time to do it. It could also be creative projects or recreational or joyful adventures and ventures that needed to happen. So it's a time to really move through those expressions from your heart and share those with the world. And the third thing is to practice extreme self-care. With all that Scorpio energy, all of this love and relationship lessons and energy coming up for you, you're going to need time for yourself. You're going to need time to process. You may feel confused. You may feel overwhelmed at times. Take care of yourself. Scorpio is fixed water. Maybe you want to take some salt baths or be by the water, or just simply relax and let yourself unwind. It's really a time to take care of yourself, because you're going to need to tune into yourself and know what's going on and know what the next steps forward are. It's a wonderful time to really nurture your soul, nurture your body and your emotions as well, and nurture your relationships. That's what it's all about, right? So I hope I've inspired you to make the most of this really incredible month, this incredible opportunity to really deepen your connections to yourself and others. And if you've enjoyed this video, share it with your friends. And I have a treat for you. Because this month is so much about relationships, I have created a free Love by the Numbers numerology guide to relationships and romance. So you can learn about what makes you thrive in relationships and romance, and what makes your partner thrive in relationships and romance. That's absolutely free, so you can download that using the link below. And remember, share this with your friends if you've enjoyed it. And speaking of love, I love you so much. Thank you so much for taking this time with me right now. I wish you the most awesome October and beyond. Lots of love. Bye for now.